back with more Once Upon a Time. This is episode 8 of season 3. I'm very excited to carry on. I am head over heels in love with this season so far. If I could, I'd marry season 3. It's just been awesome so far. I'm loving the whole Neverland stuff, and Peter Pan is just, yes, such a good villain. And yeah, we've gotten some really kind of good stuff with like the Hook, Emma and Neil kind of love triangle, and there's some tension between David and Mary Margaret at the minute. And I really enjoyed the last episode that we kind of caught up with Belle and everyone in the storybook, and the grown-up darling gents were trying to rescue their sister, who's still very young and trapped on Neverland, and now I think Henry's kind of been almost tricked into helping give Peter Pan what he wants, and evil stuff is afoot, but I'm very, very hyped to see what's going to happen next. I'm so excited, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. That goes to be the EastEnders.
You tricked me. What'd you get mad?
Oh.
Rumple.
Oh. That's the kid from It, from Guardians of the Galaxy, I think.
How is she?
Perfectly fucking fine.
Worse, Henry. Tonight, Henry saves magic.
I like that we're getting like young Rumple stuff. That's cool. Oh, of course.
Nicely. I've got you a present. Someone to be at your side.
It's the thing.
Give it a name. Names always make things better. They make them real. Trust me.
Boaty McBoatface. Oh, I want to protect him.
I'm gonna ask Tink how close we are.
Family means being together, all of us. But there's no other way. Maybe this is just you rubbing off on me, but I don't believe that. There's always a way.
I like that she's kind of come around to that. Hey! Avengers assemble.
Version of a rescue party. You left before we even made sure.
Oh dear.
Let's get to Henry first.
To be on his own, so no one could stop you.
Oh.
So you can kill him.
Oh.
It's not gonna happen. Not unless you go through all of us first.
I mean, he probably could.
And your father will always be your burden, Rumpelstiltskin.
I mean, maybe give him that when he's a bit
A
older.
mistake. But you can give me Pandora's box. I don't have to trust you if I can stop you. Peter Pan destroyed my father.
Ooh. You were rumpled.
Where'd you get that?
Fuck, will probably just sell it.
Do you know how much money a being like that would fetch? And in my sleep I would travel to the most wonderful place.
What was it called?
Neverland?
Neverland.
Ooh.
Then that's where we should go.
I like the parallels with these two, and then obviously Rumple and Bay later on down the line. Except they're jumping in together.
I believe I could create an elixir, like in my shop.
What's your price?
Well, this is quite the favor. I'd expect one of equal weight. When we get back to Storybrooke, you're gonna save David because it's the right thing to do. No deals, no favors, understand? Fine. I'll do as you ask.
I'll go tell David.
You remember the spa?
That was a bitch, please. I thought she burnt all alive then. I was like, holy shit, that's dark. Spill the beans, Wendy.
Wendy?
Shit.
I know you.
It's Bellfire.
You two know each other?
Yeah.
Aww.
Can it really be you?
You told her I was dad. It's easier than telling the truth. My own father abandoned me.
Just think it, and it can happen. What would you like to
Cheesecake.
Go on. Just think it.
Close enough.
I can eat cake all day.
I like that he has like the rumple laugh. Oh, no! Fool. Oh. No, no.
Has he said anything about the heart of the truest believer?
No. Pan's dying. He needs the heart of the truest believer to absorb all the magic in Neverland. It's a trade.
Shit.
When Pan lives, Henry will die.
No thank you. I mean, Pan, love you, buddy. You're a great villain. But fuck off.
We're all going back home.
Yes!
Together.
Together, everyone.
You're all alone. You're free.
Alright, Billy Elliot.
Come on. And then you'll see how wonderful Neverland can really be.
Your dad sucked, Rumple. Like, I get it. That's creepy.
I am the sole inhabitant of Neverland. Can you tell me what's wrong?
The spell is designed to keep anyone who casts a shadow from entering.
And you don't have one. You were telling the truth about ripping your shadow off.
And Pan knows it.
You really did come here to save Henry.
Yes!
I give you my trust in that box.
You better come through, Gold, or I'll make whatever Pan has planned for you look like child's play. You understand me?
All a simple good luck would have sufficed.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very nervous, but I'm very excited.
What if there was a way to block it out using magic?
What, you mean like an eclipse? Is that even possible?
Maybe. So? I need help. With magic? It requires a lot.
Need Storm from X-Men.
Guess we'll...
Is it bad they almost want him to kind of...
There's something I need to take care of before we get started.
Yeah.
Okay?
I keep wanting him to, like, get one over on everyone, because then he can stick around for longer. I don't want him to succeed, because my son, but, you know. Hush, little Rumple, don't say a word.
Rumple, I've never been the father you need me to be.
I could have told you that.
Too weak. But there is a way that I can stay here.
I think your dad's breaking up with you.
To work here so I can fly again.
You're giving up your son so you can just fly. You dick.
It's part of the island. I was never meant to be a father.
You asshole.
Where's Henry?
What do you mean, my great-grandson? You still haven't told the others who I really am. Not even your own son.
Fuck a duck. What?
Talk to me. I regretted leaving my son the moment I let him go. I spent my life trying to find him.
Yeah, I never did.
And what did you do? You forgot about me.
I never forgot about you. Why do you think I call myself Peter Pan?
Is it not working?
I don't understand.
Because you don't have it.
Oh!
You switched them.
Poor over lady. Still having trouble believing. In Neverland, all you have to do is think of
bugger.
something to have it. Even something fake.
Oh.
But the real one. Sorry, Rumble. You had your chance. The choice was yours.
Shitting piss.
Where's your doll?
I lost him.
Well, we'll make you another one. You could give it the same name.
No. Peter Pan is gone forever.
Oh. That's why I call himself Peter. Ah! Oh, I love that. If you want to fly, like, book an aeroplane, you know, but training your son's quite something.
You were the first to try and stay, and in doing so, you're breaking the rules.
Any rule can be broken. I would never lie to you, Henry. You're right.
Shit.
Wait! Whatever Pan's telling you to do, don't do it.
Dad, you're alive?
Surprise. Put the heart back in.
Listen to me.
It's gonna save all of you.
No, it's not.
Why would they lie?
Because that's what adults do, Henry.
You're an adult,
You
technically.
know that better than anyone.
Because we love you. More than anything.
I love you too. But I have to save magic.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. Ah. What the fuck? An amazing episode. I loved it. Holy shit. What's going to happen next? I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Help me, Jesus. Where to begin? Where do I even bloody begin? I mean, so much went down. Like, that almost felt like almost a season finale if they ended it on a cliffhanger, or the episode before a season finale, you know? Like, man, that's episode 8 of the season. I know this arc doesn't like take up the whole season, but still. Jeez. Man. Don't even know where to start. Well, I liked the kind of beginning scenes, particularly with like Regina and Gold, because I always like the relationship between those two, and their scenes together were always great. So I'm kind of talking about, you know, getting things done, stuff like that was great, and I did really enjoy Gold's journey throughout the whole episode, really, when he reunited with everyone, and he was able to prove to Neil in the end that, you know, everything he told him a couple of episodes ago wasn't lies, it was, you know, all completely true, and he does just want to save Henry. I liked how we kind of found out about that, and then, you know, the whole thing with him cutting off his shadow at the start of the season came back into play with the spell that Pan made, so he could get through. And they set up in the flashbacks, you know, like picturing something and you could like make it. So could they just like picture Henry and then he'd appear in front of them if they knew about that, and then they could just go home? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work the same with people as it does with cake, but yeah, they set that up before with like Pan doing then the switch with the Pandora's box, and now Rumple's just trapped in there. How is he going to get out? Like, can he just like open the lid and then he comes out again? I don't know, but that's kind of insane. I wasn't expecting that part of the plan to really fail quite so spectacularly, but I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do, like trying to get Rumple out of there and stuff, because surely he's going to have to play more of a role, because you're going to have to tackle the whole prophecy thing. But it's like the father reuniting with the son, is that not Henry and Neil? Is that Rumple and Pan? Are they going to be like the father and son? I don't know. But I'm intrigued as to where they're going to go with that whole thing with Rumple being trapped. I'd love just like a 40-minute episode of him just sat in there like, fucking hell. That'd be quite funny. I don't think we're going to get that, but still. Or maybe there's a genie in there with him, I don't know. I can't imagine it's pleasant being inside Pandora's box, so it would be interesting to have an episode kind of set inside it, but I'm not sure they're going to be doing that. But either way, I did enjoy what they did with the Rumple, well, I should say Gold, really, his story in this episode, and his kind of quest for redemption, almost, and I like that Neil could talk him out of, like, making, like, a proper bargain when it came to saving David. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, just little things like that, I think, is showing that Gold is changing his ways a bit, and he's trying to like break that habit, whereas we're seeing with Pan, he's unable to break that habit, and that's kind of obviously reflected in the story the flashbacks gave as well. I should have known, as soon as we start getting flashbacks with a young Rumple and his dad, I should have known we're going to get something crazy. There was a point where I thought, is he Pan? But I was like, how does that even work? when it's like talk about how he thinks lovely thoughts and that he came up with Neverland in his head, he kind of invented it. I was like, if he invented Neverland, is he like Peter Pan? I was thinking that, but I thought it was so ridiculous I didn't say it. And I thought, oh, maybe it's like Pan can like project images of Neverland in people's dreams and like wait for the seeds to sow like years later, so all these adults like come to him and then I don't know, he can drain them or something. I'm not sure. I was kind of weighing that up, but man, that's insane. Might as well talk about the flashbacks now. I loved it. I love that we got like young Rumpel flashbacks and played by the kid from It and Guardians of the Galaxy. He was very young and doing his best little Scottish accent, bless him. I can't really knock it when, you know, kids are trying the accents. Some lines were obviously better than others. But, you know, I think it's a solid effort because he's not Scottish, is he? So anything would be hard. And then the dad was played by Jason EastEnders, which gives me so much joy. Nice to know that after he got killed off, he got to be in some episodes in the US of television, so that's kind of cool for him. But yeah, that was crazy. I like that we kind of saw the origins of him like learning to spin and stuff like that, sowing the seeds there, and the parallels between, you know, the greed of his father and then how that greed kind of overtook Rumpel himself in later life with Bay and them going through the portals. Those two hand in hand, but then, you know, before, well, later I suppose, Rumpel and Bay would be like hand in hand, but Rumpel would let the hand go and Bay would slide in on his own. And I like the parallels between that and seeing like the circle of life almost with that family, the father and son kind of paralleling. I really, really enjoyed that. And just seeing how Pan is so set in his ways, whereas Gold is potentially changing, which I quite like. He's not his father, but yeah. His dad was a prick. What an arsehole. But I did enjoy seeing almost a cowardice in that sense that Rumpel kind of inherited because, you know, the dad didn't want to kind of really take responsibility for his son and he was very, very selfish. Everything he was kind of doing, you know, it was for himself, but he kind of wrapped it in the kind of enigma that he was doing it for his family and his son, and kind of exploited his son for his own personal gain in the end, which is a horrible thing to do, but now we kind of know why he was horrible, because he's fucking Peter Pan. And that's where how the doll thing came into play. We found out about that, and he called it Peter Pan. So he kind of took on that name when he became the boy again. And that's how he got the name. I loved all of that, and that weird shadow thing was really cool. Like talking to him, I suppose that kind of becomes his shadow later on. And learning that, you know, he was the one who was dying and he needs Henry's heart to restore himself. I mean, we knew like his intentions were not great, but it was nice to get like proper details of that. So yeah, that reveal is kind of nuts. Like this family tree, man, it just gets more and more complicated by the week. That is insane. I knew there's a reason I really, really love Pan, because he's part of like the best family to have ever existed. So he is Rumpel's dad, Henry's great-great-grandfather. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Just great-grandfather. Did I say great-great-grandfather? He's his great-grandfather. Yes. That's nuts. And he was so willing to just like sacrifice his great-grandson's life so he could stay young forever. Ugh, this guy. But I really enjoyed Pan this episode as well. He was, as always, a fantastic villain. Robbie Kay is just, I can't get enough of watching him. Like, I'd happily just watch an episode with just him. They could do like a single-hander episode just following Peter Pan. I'd be 100% okay with that. But that reveal is nuts. I mean, the seeds were kind of there. Rumpel said earlier on, it was like, Peter Pan destroyed my father. And technically, you know, his father wasn't Peter Pan and then became it, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, I think that line was more put in there to kind of throw people off the scent, so that doesn't entirely work for me with that reveal, but I understand why it was in there and why they used that line. Kind of throws people off the scent a bit, but I'm annoyed. I should have said it. I should have said, like, is he Pan? Because the thought crossed my mind, but I kind of unconvinced myself. But that is still nuts. That's how it all played out, and I love that so much. What a great kind of origin story for Peter Pan. That was an amazing reveal. Like, I'm blown away by that. It was so good. Man, where are they gonna go from here? Like a big reveal like that, and Rumpel's trapped in the Pandora's box. What the fuck? I loved all that. That was so good. I loved all the story we got with Pan and Rumpel and their history, answers about that and where that all kind of came from with the doll and stuff like that. Yes. And then I like the fact that there's possibly a cure for David when we'll get back to Storybook, but we'd have to kind of get get Gold out of the Pandora's box first for that to happen. But I like that there's kind of possibility for that. So I kind of assumed they would find a way to fix it. So they're planting the seeds for that, I think. So that's cool. And I like Wendy popping up, and Tinkerbell was there as well, obviously helping out a bit. She didn't get a lot to do, but still. But I did like, Wendy kind of her reunion with Bellfire, and her kind of revealing everyone's plan, Pan's plan, Peter plans, and getting lots of answers about that through her. So that was really great. I like that. I wasn't expecting them to bring the Darlings back into it, so that's been a really nice surprise this season. Well, these past 2 episodes really, isn't it? But that's really cool. So her popping up was great, and I just love the dynamic between this whole group of people. Some people were kind of left in the background, I think, for most of the episode. Like David and Mary Margaret didn't have a lot to do. Hook definitely didn't have a lot to do. He was just kind of there. But I can kind of get why the focus should be on Emma, Neil and Regina, because they're Henry's parents. So that made a lot of sense to kind of follow them for the majority of it. And I did enjoy the scene where they all kind of turned on Gold straight away as soon as they were reunited. That was really funny. But yeah, I just like the dynamic between that little kind of Avengers group. It's really cool to see. And I'm enjoying the development we're getting with all of them. And even like the brief moments where like Emma seems to have hope that they would find a way to get David and Mary Margaret off the island so they could all be a family together. I really enjoyed that. And how that parallels what Rumpel wanted in the flashbacks. He just wanted to be a family with his dad. And it seems like that's all Emma kind of wants too, even with all that kind of history of her being left behind as well, almost, the curse and everything. So I'm really liking that kind of team. And I'm almost going to miss it when I assume they get back to Storybook at some point. But yeah, what a crazy episode. I can't get over it. So good. One of my favourites of the season so far, I think, if not my favourite. But basically every episode this season has been really great. But this was stunning. I loved the Peter Pan reveal, how he got his name, the doll, the logistics of him becoming young again, and the fact that the reveal of what his true plans really were. And is Henry dead? I need to know this information, because it seems he looked pretty dead at the end. They better fucking undo that, because if they just killed him off, I would not be fucking happy. I tell you now, there will be tears. But I don't know if they'd go there. I don't know if they'd kill off a kid like that. Maybe not. But yeah, that was an incredible episode. I loved it. I loved the Pan reveal. That family tree, man. Fucking hell. And yeah, everything about the whole group and the dynamics there, I always really enjoy. I hope we get a bit more of it soon. I loved Gold's storyline in the present and the past, obviously. And just the stakes being raised with that ending, with Pan kind of getting the heart, Henry maybe being dead, not ideal, my poor son, and the whole idea of David potentially being cured, Gold trapped in a box. So yeah, lots going on. They really raised the stakes in this episode in a huge way, and I'm very excited to see where they're going to take all of this, and I'm so excited. They've done such a great job, particularly with this episode, building up the hype and building up this huge confrontation. And I have no idea how they're going to get at this now. No idea what they're going to do, but I'm so excited to find out. Just an incredible episode. I'm going to go and lie down and try and process that Pan reveal, because that's kind of blown my mind. My tiny little mind. But yeah, fantastic episode. This season is amazing. Absolutely loving it, and I can't wait for more. And yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.